Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener and to Holiday Wednesday. I'm going to be making a Christmas card today, and I'm going to be using the same stamps from Dare to be Artsy. I'm going to use this Christmas owl with I'll Be Home for Christmas and the Merry Christmas. And I see they're falling off my card already. And then I want to use this large solid leaf for the, or tree branch for the owl to be sitting on. In these sets, they do have another branch that is outlined and you would color it in, but I want to use the solid one. Today's card is going to be 5 by 7 as usual, and I'm going to make a vertical card today. This measures 10 inches by 7 inches. You score it at the 5-inch mark, fold it, crease it with your bone folder. And then I have a piece of, where did it go? Probably stuck to the back of these. Nope. Ah, there it is. It was just upside down. I have a silver mirror cardstock. And there, you can see my face if you're real quick. This measures 4 3/8 by 6 3/8, and then I have a stitched white outline. This measures 4.5 by 6.5, and I cut these from GinaK's Master Layouts 8. If you don't have it, I did include the sizes, and they'll also be listed below. And then from Master Layouts 3, I chose these squares. I did the mirror cardstock again, only this is a different brand, so it's silver on both sides. This measures 3 7/8 square. It's got my fingerprint on it. And then the stitched white layer is 3 3/4 inch square, and that's going to go on here. I'm also using a snowflake stencil by Delta Stencil Mania. Oh, I got this many years ago. Yeah, there it is, 2002. This was one I got from Walmart. And then we're going to be using a variety of products today. So let me get started. The first thing I want to do is stamp and stencil. Well, I picked up my iPad to use as my stamping platform. That's not going to work. It might, but I'm not going to try it out. Set this aside. Now, I have a scrap piece of paper here that I'm going to stamp the owl on. Let's see. Because I want to cut out the owl and pop it up off the card. So I need my Christmas owl. There we are. Stamp that, and I'm just going to use VersaFine Clair in the color Nocturne, simply because this is good to use with alcohol ink markers, which I'm going to be using to color in the owl today. And I'm going a non-traditional. I've decided to make a blue owl to kind of go with a cold, snowy theme for Christmas. Instead of traditional Christmas colors, I'm just going a little outside the box. Ink that up one more time, possibly 2 more times, we shall see. Well-loved ink pad. And once more should do it. There we go. Just going to set that aside to dry for just a moment. And I'm just going to clean this stamp with water. And I have lost my rag. Let me put you on pause while I find my cleaning rag. Just a moment. Found it. Forgot I washed it. And I put it back in the stack of clean ones. Now, I want to take the, I'm going to put that owl back, the small white square, kind of get it straight, and get the leaf on it. And I think this is going to stick over, so I'm going to put a little bit of washi tape, and I thought I put a roll on here. There it is. To cover up the stitched edge, because I don't want that to stamp in the stitching. And let me see how big the owl will be. So I want to put it right here. I believe that's saying, well, let me see if this is saying, I'll be home for Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas. If that will fit down here. Oh yes, okay, great. So let's get that on. And I'm going to use GinaK's Jelly Bean Green to stamp this. I thought about Christmas Pine, but I think that's too dark. And I wanted it a little brighter to go with the blue owl. Oh, okay. I think one more. Well, okay, get a cat hair on there. Clean this off. And then I'm going to stamp I'll be home for Christmas right on there. Oh yes, that'll fit perfectly. And I'm going to do that in the Nocturne VersaFine Clair. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Now I just have one more stamping to go. And I'll take off my washi tape there. Now on the bottom of the card, so if I put my squares up here, or in the middle maybe, I want to put the Merry Christmas. And I've got to reorganize these and put them in my folders, because when I did these originally, I just did this on cardstock and then I laminated it and the stamps stick to it. But I want to organize them a little bit better. Oh, it's over here. Merry Christmas is going to go right across the bottom. There we go. It's going to be another scorcher day here today. It was so nice. I was able to sleep with the windows open last night and turn the air conditioner off, but by 8 o'clock it was already starting to warm up, and we're supposed to have a lot of humidity today. Oh, I got some black ink over here. Let's see if my sand eraser will take that off. I always manage to smush something. It's probably because I don't have black on my hand. It's usually because I put my hand in some ink somewhere. There we go. Pardon me while I get a quick drink. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to color this owl, and I've chosen some blue colors here, blue and gray. The neutral gray, CG021 in my Ohuhu markers, this is going to be the eyes. I will leave the center dot white. It seems weird to do it in gray, but it will look white when it's all said and done. Okay, now let's see which one was my lightest color here. Okay, so the pale blue is going to be the face. This is B193 pale blue. And feel free to skip ahead while I'm coloring. I'm not the greatest colorer. I just go with the flow. But I hope I can show you that anybody can color. It might not, probably won't be perfect, but have fun. And the more you do it, the better you will get. I mean, I have improved from when I first started using alcohol inks, but I have miles upon miles upon miles to go. Okay. Pardon me. Now, for the, let's see. Oh, yes. Okay, for the rest of the owl, it's going to be B294. Oh, no, this, I needed to do the light blue on the belly, too. I forgot about that. Just going to color over it all. And this is why I went with the VersaFine Clear, because you can, if you just let it dry for a moment, you can ink it up and the ink won't run with the alcohol ink. A lot of the dye inks will smear, but the pigment ink doesn't. So if you have any brand of pigment ink, just let it dry for a moment, and then you'll be able to color right over your wording. I don't know how many times I tried when I first started that I would use a dye ink and couldn't figure out why the heck it was smearing. So I did a little research and then played with some different inks. And I really like the VersaFine Clear Nocturne for using with my alcohol inks. Okay, now the bird is going to be, the rest of the bird is going to be B294 Galaxy Blue, which is just a darker shade. Now, if you didn't have a whole bunch of different colors, just go over and over and over with one color, and it will give you various shades depending on how many times you scribble on it. Like, that's one thing, but if you keep going, it gets darker and changes colors. So you could just get, if you don't want a big kit, I splurged and bought the 320 colors because I figured If I was going to use them, I wanted all the colors. But if you just get a few basic shades, start with a pale color, like a pale red, yellow, blue, and then just play around with them to see if you even like them. But see what different kinds of shades you can get just by going over and over a design. Now, I am going to use my little black brush marker here. I got some white spots showing where I didn't stamp the greatest. And any, I found any black marker works with the VersaFine Clair and even the GinaK Black Onyx if you need to darken it up a little bit. They're the same shade. Now for the scarf, I went with this bright blue. This is B683 Process Blue. And I'm going to go over the knot to make the knot look a little darker. I hope you can see that on camera. Now I'm going to attempt to do a little bit of shading. I'm going to use the gray that I used for the eye, so it's not, if it doesn't turn out, it's not going to be a disaster. I'm just going to go along the bottom of the scarf, maybe along the side of the wing, and up here. Okay, it doesn't look too bad actually. And I'm going to do a little bit along the nose, under the eye. That added a little something. Maybe I'll add a little bit to the top of the feet. Okay. Now, I'm going to die cut out. I can take these pieces off. And the one nice thing I liked about this set was you could buy, they had hundreds of different owls, but you only needed to buy one die set because they all go with it. This is the one I used the other day for my gift tag. But every owl uses one or the other. And that's what I thought was a good money option. I honestly don't know if these are still available. I know the company's still in business, but I want to look them up because there were several that I wanted to get but didn't have the money at the time. So I can see if this set is still available, or these sets, I should say, and see what I want to get in the future. Okay, now I'm going to put the card together. But we're not done. I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling and adding some other stuff. But I can't do that till the card's put together, and I'll show you why. Now this one will go on top of the silver. And then this one I'm going to glue down flat to the card. Now these two will get glued together. Then I want to pop them up. And I'm just going to use these strips. These are a 1/4 inch wide, but like only 1/8 of an inch tall. So it's a very low loft. And if I angle them just right, they'll be just the right length. but I didn't angle that one just right, so I'll just trim a little bit off the top. Go. These I get on Amazon. Things like this, I will buy the cheapest version I can, honestly. I'd rather save my money on stamps and dies. And I know that these work. They don't fall off. Okay, I'm going to stand up to see where I want to put this on the card. Do I want to go to the top? No, I want to move it down. Right there, I think. Okay, now my owl, I'm going to use the same pop-up, and I want him or her, I think it's her, it looks like she got snowflake earrings. I'm going to pop that up just a little bit. And I think just like that. I'll get the paper out. Okay, now I have this stencil, and I gotta get my brush here. I'm going to use Stickles in the color of Twinkle. It's kind of a blue, reminds me of snow. I'm just gonna put a little bit on this scrap piece of paper. And I am going to color in the stencil. And hopefully this will come out. Haven't tried it, but I'm thinking it's gonna look pretty cool, I hope. If not, oh well, just paper. And I can always give this to a friend who thinks whatever you do is fine. All right, let me lift that up. Okay, cool, that one worked. All right, now I need to clean this off a little bit here, especially the back. Now I'm going to pick a different snowflake for down here. When this dries, it'll be better. All right. And I think that's, yeah, that's it for this snowflakes that I wanted on here. However, I am now going to use Snow-Tex and a toothpick. I'm going to add a little bit of snow. And let me see if this is going to work or not. Going to add a little bit of snow. On top of the, let's use this over here. I kind of want it hanging down from the branch. I wonder if I mix some of this Snow-Tex in with the leftover Wink of Stella, if that will make an iridescent. Let's add a little bit more in there. Like a glittery snow is what I'm kind of going for. It may work. I shall see. Put some of it hanging down like it's an icicle. This may not have been a good idea, but I'll see really when it dries. I think I'll put some more snow underneath the owl's feet. Oh yeah, it looks much better when I pick it up and look at it than when I was looking down on it. Okay. I see we need a little bit more. I must have missed a spot in that last stencil. Now, I don't ever wash out my stencil brush that I use for Stickles. It only uses Stickles, and I like to have a nice firm brush edge. Okay. No, I don't think it needs any other bling. That's my card for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I can give you some good ideas, or at least some inspiration to create something for your own. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.